some of the subscribers asked what happened to the drone camps and Captain Drone stickers. Well, they're still here. This is one of the cool ones. The other one's on the Captain Drone Mobile, which I haven't had a chance to drive in a while, or ramp, but we'll get that back up and running. And there's the Drone Camps RC one right there. So they did not disappear. Don't worry, don't worry. We still have all the stuff. So let's start with the bad news. The bad news is that my Eachine plane had issues with the electronics, and I'm going to see if I can demo that real quick here. So we have the Eachine electronics right here in front of your eyes. Let's bring this down so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, the Eachine electronics. So it has 3 servos. 1, 2 for the F-22 Raptor, and over here. So this is in charge of steering left and right, and these 2 are in charge of lifting the tail up and down. So when I turn this on, here we go, and I attach the battery, and this just happened out of the blue, and it's been one of the issues that I've found with Eachine, this particular bird, is that sometimes it doesn't give you anything. You see, even if you do that, so technically it should be bound. It's still flashing, and I don't know what happened. So if I want to give it any steering or anything like that, this should be moving at this point, which it clearly is not. And we should have movement on these servos as well. None of that's happening. I have not attached a motor because what's the point at this point? I don't know what's going on, but it keeps flashing like that. If I turn this off, which is not recommended, and turn it back on to see if it will pair, it will not pair. Gonna need a different kind of fruit. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so that's not how you're supposed to do it. Usually you just turn on the remote first, you wait a couple of seconds. When it goes beep, then you stick this in. And theoretically, I should have movement on the servos here, regardless, even if you do this. Anyway, it is just not pairing in any way. So because of that, what I had to do was I found, because I did not want to give up on the Eachine plane flying, is I went back and I found the Ranger that I'd fixed, the Ranger 400. I think it's Volantex. Yeah, it says Volantex right there. And so, as I like to tell you guys, I had my Eachine, right? Eachine, really cool. And in the beginning, I gave it a nice mohawk. But this mohawk was not cool enough, so I went and I give it a much better mohawk. I think this mohawk is going to be way cooler than the other one, and hopefully it'll fly. I also took it to the hairdresser where I gave it wing extensions instead of hair extensions, and that hopefully should do something cool for that. We put the propeller behind this thing here, so hopefully it's safer and it's likely to rip someone's eye out. Although in the back, the plane, it tends to fly this way, so pusher props tend to be a lot safer anyway. But anyway, in this case, it's super guarded, as well as I have put bumpers here. So no matter how much this thing goes like this, the prop will never touch the ground ever again. And that's cool because it makes it easier for me to stop breaking the motors, and also it allows me to do more trial and error stuff, which is important. So anyway, I'll show you guys what it does right now. It now has Volantex Ranger 400 electronics in it, and as you can see, the servos are mounted on the top there, but as usual, the battery is mounted on the bottom. So let's turn it on for you guys. Oops, this way. There we go. So it's going to be a little bit strange, but you kind of expect that from this channel anyway. So we are going to have power, as you would expect, the same way as we usually have it. And then we have steering. So we have left and right up top there. And we could do, whoa. We could also have up and down, but it's very slight. Does not work so well up there. But we do have nice turnage ability, hopefully. And there we have it. There we have it. The new bird is ready to attempt to fly, because you never know, right? Most of my experiments are, what is it? Ready AF. RAF. Ready attempt flight. I don't know, something like that. Anyway. All right, so anyway, this is looking pretty cool. I like it. It looks like something out of anime. You may have seen something like this in anime before. And if you have, I'm glad for you, because anime is fantastic. But if you haven't, well, this will be the first plane. Very, very strange looking plane. But I threw it a couple of times and it glides. So that tends to be a positive. So if you can throw a plane and it glides without applying power, that usually means that hopefully it'll actually fly if you apply power. Whether it will steer or not, that's a different story. So there, those are the updates on this amazing Eachine. Yeah, the people from Eachine who may watch this at some point will probably rip out their hair, but that's okay. It's okay. It's for comedy relief. Anyway, so then I took out this little bird here, which is kind of cool. And as you saw, I then recycled the fin here. The fin was from this one. So this was the original manta ray. Manta ray was this thing right here. And the wings for the manta ray were 3D printed, but I stuck them on here. And I haven't had a chance to post the video yet, but the thing went very well. It flies no problem, so that means that my work in putting together wings and 3D printing the wings, that design was a success. Having said all that, the 3D printer did not do a good job. And as you can see here, they were all warped and not perfect, so that is why the plane eventually had some damage in the front. We discovered that these planes have a little ball, a little tiny metal ball that goes in there, and that obviously came out, and we lost that too. But yeah, anyway, so this is kind of like a half good, half bad situation where it flew, but not very well because of 3D printing, not because of the design of the wing. So I'm just going to call that a positive. And now for the last bit is this plane here. I was planning to put the Eachine electronics on it, but the Eachine electronics are possibly foobar. We'll have to see. I could ask Steve to take a look at them to see if he has any suggestions on how to bring them back to life. But as of today, they are considered to be foobar. So that's that. But this new plane here has the potential to both be a good flyer, because I have hand thrown it and it glides very well as I've put on Horizon Hobby Aero Scout Mini landing gear, which is fantastic. And now it'll be able to get off the ground no problem. So that is cool. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to find electronics to put on here, because I was planning to put on, which were these, or the Ranger Volantix 400 have gone and been used for other things. So there we go. There we go. And also, if you guys ever know how to get cheap ones, good electronics that are cheap for this, I don't want to go with Alibaba or anything like that, but maybe Orgi or Best and stuff like that. But sometimes Banggood USA, if they're on Banggood USA, let me know. If you could buy electronics that are like this on Banggood USA or eBay or something like that, because it's very good to have these kind of things for the projects. If you can find cheap ones of these, you can always have a battery, like a cheap battery attached, and maybe a couple of servos. I just don't know where to get these cheap, so yeah, that's kind of a fail. But anyway, there we go. So this thing here created a little wing for going up and down here, and possibly steering left and right, and possibly having one to go on here, just like the one for the Eachine here for left and right. If this doesn't work, I could put it on here. But anyway, lots of things that we could try with this, including possibly water landings, because if you put the electronics high enough off the away from the water, you may be able to do water landings with this. Who knows? Who knows? Lots of possibilities. But here I'm going to leave by telling you guys that hopefully things will turn out well. And if not, you could always get yourself an RC Sailor shirt, or get yourself something from Drone Camps RC or Captain Drone or any of the amazing heroes on this wall. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this little update, and I will see you all in the next one.